to another episode of St Vincent Untold Stories.
On this episode, we feature a general that went by the name of a Seppi. One Monga the Honorable once did a song called Bad from the Demi-Born. Seppi's badness wasn't a big and bad badness. The man a bad from foundation. Several months ago, before Seppi passed away, I met him and he said, Untold, I heard you called my name in one of your episodes. And I said, yes, sir, General, because I know all the generals. Those who are familiar with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you must have heard about areas like Lomans, Greggs, and Ladders. And you know, these men carry machetes to do work, and they don't joke around. From the time you violate, they use the machete on you. In some communities, there are men who would go out and make unnecessary trouble because of their height, because of their build. They think that no one can touch them because they are out of reach. But Seppi's badness was different. Seppi was like a protector. He protected the elderly and he protected the youth. He did not go about looking for unnecessary trouble. You see, where Seppi went to school, there was an ital shop where Bobo Jeda Rastafari used to cook a sweet ital. So everybody went to buy the ital. When I speak about ital, I'm not talking about ital with any Maggie cube inside. I'm talking about ital with coconut juice, avocado on the side, some rice, and some real chunks, soya chunks to be exact. And there was a little boy there who always went to buy lunch. And some boys took away his lunch money. So he could not buy any of the ital. And someone signaled to the General Seppi. And Seppi came to his assistance. And he took up the three boys and he shook them out. And took up all their monies. And he said, look, for the rest of the week, you will bring your monies to one Seppi. But for the week, Seppi did not see them. They were so scared that they stayed home for an entire month. When the teacher called her for them, they called in sick and said that they were not feeling well, but they were afraid of General Seppi. Another time again, Seppi and another boy did get into an altercation, and Seppi had hit the boy some cuffs under his ribs, and he ran and got his family, and five of them came to challenge General Seppi. Seppi pulled out his shiny chopper. The thing glittered like gold. From back and front it shined like sterling silver. And when the first man saw when Seppi pulled out the chopper, he knew that Seppi was not making any joke. And Seppi started to swing left, right, and center. And the five of them took off immediately. It was alleged that they ran under the bed and held on to the bedposts. News broke out that five men showed up at the hospital with a brown thing running down from their pants. They were so scared that no matter what they did, brown thing just kept flowing down. It is alleged that one time there was a teacher by the name of Mr. Arthur who was teaching agriculture, and everyone else had to wait until Mr. Arthur said that it was time to harvest. But Seppi do not go by that rule. Seppi went into the agricultural field and took out 10 watermelons and he started to eat them and share them away. And then Mr. Arthur said, what are you doing, boy? And Seppi said, well, you know, I'm the general. I have to eat first and then you eat after. The allegations are that there was one teacher by the name of Mrs. Jackson, and no one could cross the line. If your shirt was out of your pants, she will tuck it in immediately, and she walked around with a whip, and you will get one at the side of your foot. But Seppi was the only boy with the shirt out of his pants, and Miss Jackson could not whip Seppi. She went up and spoke softly. She said, General, can you kindly put your shirt into your pants, please? And Seppi said, only if you say it twice. There was a time that badness was increasing throughout the schools. Boys versus boys, and they started a gang. But Seppi always put his Chinese chopper inside his bag. and they started to put police at the gate, tight security. But Seppi never left his Chinese chopper. He carried it anywhere he went to. And one day, the security did a stop and search on Seppi. But Seppi said, "Oh boy, know what you are doing? If you report me, remember you have to go home at 3 p.m. just like anyone else." The man was so scared that he said, "Go to my general, forward, on whatever, backward never." One time again, the man did another stop and search and found us happy with some green substance. The man said, "Oh, this a smell so. How you smell so? How are you going into the school smelling like this?" Seppi said, "Boy, before I do this exam, I have to catch a height first." The general said, "You know, I did not study, but I am going to pass." It was as if the teachers wanted to get rid of Seppi immediately. When Seppi went to do the exam, they did not hold him back. They just sent him through. They were like, "We have to get rid of Mr. Seppi." You see, Seppi was like a giant. So, most of the boys were afraid of a General Seppi. And when they found out where he was from, and rumors started to circulate saying that he was from Greg's ladder's side, and those men don't play with the cheese seam, oh my. There was a bus driver by the name of Mr. Rabi, and he was also a teacher. Boy, one time they had sent him to deal with Mr. Seppi, and he pulled out his strap and he said, "Boy, you see what I just did to that small boy," and gave him six of the best. Seppi said, "You are talking to me? Give who six of the best? Are you mad? You wanna bet I am going to ride your van and don't pay?" So, the next morning, while Mr. Rabbit was going on his journey, some kids stopped him at the other side of the road. And Seppi ran into the back, and he was there until the van arrived at the school. Then Seppi just got up and ran out without paying. And Mr. Rabbit said, "Boy, you know what you did?" And Seppi said, "I told you I was not going to pay." Everyone in the bus busted out with laughter. You know what Mr. Rabbit did the next day? He collected the money first, while everyone entered the bus and he held a strap inside his hand. He said that anyone who does not pay is going to get six of the best. So he pulled up at the general's gap, and the general was standing there watching him eye to eye, toe to toe. And the general said, "I am not riding you, I'm only riding the hot vans. You, Hyper, Mikey, Lanzo and Shannon, Bucky and those guys." You know what Mr. Rabbit did? He told the principal, anyone who comes late, that they must lock the gate from them, because he did not want Seppi to come inside. But you see, Seppi had a different plan. Seppi jumped the wall. So, when the bell rang, he was looking for Seppi, but there was no Seppi inside the class. Then Seppi showed up half an hour later inside the class. He went and asked the security, "How did Seppi get in?" The security said, "I don't know. He probably jumped over." You know what they did? They raised the fence. A few days ago, news broke out that the general fell ill, and a couple days later, they said that the general passed away. The Untold Stories want to say condolences to the family of one General Seppi. His memories would always live on forever. You see, this man was a bad lad from since school, and when he came out, he had several run-ins with the law. Allegations are that before Seppi passed away, he surrendered his life to the Almighty. Yeah, man, he asked for forgiveness and he went to a better place. And you see, we continue to warn all the rude boys to make life better, make some changes, and that is exactly what the general did. He changed his life and tried to turn things around before it was too late.